Hey everybody, welcome back to Horror Trans. My name is Stephanie Bree. I'm a transgender woman, and I talk about all things horror. And today we're doing Event Horizon. This is an early '90s space horror film. So, a little background. I'm not a fan of what they call cosmic horror. I don't really like H.P. Lovecraft and his ilk, but I did watch Event Horizon and I have some thoughts on it. So I thought I'd go ahead and share them today. So here's the gist of it, and I don't want to spoil anything because this movie needs to be observed for yourself. Event Horizon is about this group of space explorers who are checking out a spaceship that has broken down over one of the outer planets, and I don't remember which one. And when they get there, they find a recording that basically describes that the people on the ship somehow opened up a portal to hell and let a bunch of demons loose and they killed everybody. And they're trying to salvage the ship, I guess you could say, while also solving the mystery of what happened to the missing crew. And the demons are still loose on their ship and proceed to kill them one by one. This is one of those movies that does the little sciency bit, where it explains what a wormhole and a black hole and all this other like time travel-y, space travel-y stuff is. Um, so on the one hand, it's one of those, yeah, you've heard it all before, but also, they have to give you the exposition in order to set it up for those who don't know what it is. You know, like when you're watching The Matrix and they have to describe to the audience what an EMP is, even though we've all seen Ocean's 11. We know what an EMP is. But it's okay. Now, I do not recognize the names of the people in this movie, but I didn't know one of them you'll recognize is the scientist, um, dinosaur hunter dude from Jurassic Park. He's the villain in this movie, basically. And in a way, I mean, it is cosmic horror. It is. And I'll say this of all the quote cosmic horror I've seen, this is the only one I liked. So, I'll put that out there. Not that I'm saying this is a great movie, because it's not, but it's not a bad movie. But of all the horror movies in space, this is one of the ones I like. So I do rate this one as a buy over a rent. I think this is good enough. You're going to want to watch it more than once, especially because it's kind of I don't want to say confusing, but it's got a lot going on, so you're going to have to watch it more than once so you can soak it all up and try to figure it all out, if you will. It's got fantastic visuals and it's sci-fi, so I love sci-fi. I love space. I love spaceships. So that stuff's cool. I love demons, so that stuff's cool. You know, um, it's a little disjointed if I'm gonna be honest, and I don't know how to describe that without spoiling it. But it's one of those movies where it's like reality bending, so there's moments where you're like, is this real, is this not real, and that can be tricky for some people. It's one of those things where you have to really pay attention, you know otherwise you might miss something important, and if you miss something important you're going to be like, what the fuck's going on, I don't know. So you really do have to pay attention to this movie. I'm not going to say it's a quote smart horror movie, because those are not my thing. But this is more along the lines of, think like something like Sphere or Jurassic Park, where it's like plausible. You know, not it's the sci-fi. It's not like Aliens, where it's like so far fetched that it's like, sure, it could happen, but not likely. This is one of those, you could see this actually happening. You know, so that appeals to me because it's like, yeah, okay, I can buy it. And that being said, I do have this movie on DVD. I've enjoyed it a few times. It's slow paced. It picks up at the end, but it takes a while to get there. And it has a lot of backstory for the characters, so you kind of got to get through that. It's a bit of a slog. but it's not terrible. It's not like too much backstory. But, they really do build up the characters and the tension and everything else, because this is kind of like Freddy Krueger in a way where it kind of plays on your fears a little bit. Which is a recurring theme in these psychological horror movies, where they do play on your fears. And that's what this movie's all about. So check it out. Stay cool.